Hello. Here we go. It's not much of a honey harvest, but it's my first one. It's after a year of managing bees. It's not going to be much. Nectar flow pretty much died off. I know I'm not the only one that experienced it, but here's what it is. Nature can be weird sometimes. I put a bee escape in here under the supers about 3 days ago. So there shouldn't be many bees inside these honey supers. Nice little yellow jacket that was dead. Good. We like those dead. Get out of there. Alright, looks completely empty actually, which is good. Nice. Not all the way full. They're working on it though. We'll think about that one. This one's definitely ready. We'll take this one. Nice. Go get that other super. So after having the bee escape on for 3 days, not all the frames in this top box or the bottom box are full. So what I'm going to do is have another super ready. Another one. I'll take it. Have another super ready, and anything that's really not tapped, I'm going to fill another super. Put some partially drawn out comb. Go ahead and put it on them. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a little bit more honey out of them. Nope. So bees will generally always fill the comb from the center out. We'll take it. Just brush it off. Brush. So I did shuffle these frames around a little bit. Maybe we'll let them work on that one a little bit longer. And that one a little bit longer. Not much. So we'll go these. This will be the start of the super I'll let them get back into. Shuffle these guys. I don't know if I can get one solid super of honey. That's fine. I'm grateful for whatever they give me. I'll let them work on this one too. Actually, so those can stay. All right, it's my little treat. Maybe some friends. Get this guy off. That's the one we will be using again. And let's see what we got in here. Few bees, not many. Could be capped later. So we'll give this to them to work still. Or eat, one or the other. I'm not opposed to giving it back to them. That's a nice full frame. Other side not so much, but I think I might take it. I'll put it on one side, we'll see. Only thing with harvesting uncapped honey is that it's not to the right humidity, so they actually take and dehydrate the nectar into honey. We'll definitely take this one. That looks pretty good. And if it's not capped, that means it's not at the point of where they like it. So, and it can ferment after you extract it. Oh, that one can stay. No capping. I just shuffled these not too long ago, actually. It's all open. That's... I don't know, I'll put that in the maybe side. No. It's in there. They started storing nectar, but not close to where it needs to be. Oh, there's a nice frame. These guys swarmed on me. The windiest part of the year, so I couldn't catch the swarm because it just was. I'll take that one. It was ooh, look at that side, nice. It was too windy. All I saw was a bunch of bees in the air, and I could not locate the swarm. So, with the worker load declined decently, there's a nice full one. It was not possibility to find the swarm. And there's a decent one too. So you see there where they're chewing wax cappings to open it up to eat it. So that's why we don't want that, because they will of course eat their own honey. So what we'll do now, got a solid super. I think I'll go ahead and spread these guys out. Clean up rails here. We'll reload this with unfinished frames. Maybe they'll come onto a nectar flow later in the fall. I'll just have to keep an eye on them. We have one solid super of honey, which I'm fine with that. This one, we'll give that one back to him. More about bee health than anything, because you're really just trying to make sure your bees are around for next year. That's the main goal. There we go. All dry frames, partially. Good one. I think I'll let them have that back to work on it. Let's see what we got. Alright, now we got fresh frames. They probably, hard to say if they'll build out. No. It is kind of going into dearth right now. No pollen, not that much nectar. That's all right. Figure it out. What I'll do here, let's go ahead, take this off the escape. I'm gonna take this over here. Oh, wrong. We're actually gonna go ahead and put this here. There's the bee escape. Give them a little bit of smoke. Here's my bees. There they are. Come off. Okay, I'm not going to inspect. Give them back this box to work on. They'll be happy. Just leave them alone. All right. Get back in there. There we go. All right. Refilling their super. There we go. I'm going to put this on our honey super that we just harvested so they can't get back in there. They're done. Oh, heavy. Holy crap. That's probably 50, 60 pounds. Feels 50, 60. Probably not that much, but. Move this out of the way. Alright. Now I'm going to inspect them. This gone. Brush. This can go back to the honey house. Never mind, I'm going back in. Instead of putting fresh frames in. Swap those fresh frames. They're already up in there. Those fresh frames for some partially drawn. Some more nectar. Not have to. It takes resources to draw wax. So if you have drawn honeycomb, it's worth money in the bee world. Last frame. Any amount of draws. Better than none. Okay, we're looking good now. Shake them off. Alright, put you girls back to bed. Not very happy with them, but of course, that's how it goes. Alright, on to the next. Put these frames out of here. Alright, they're set. Got some room back. We need to get into these guys. First time really filming this. Alright, I guess I'll learn. Smoke them if you got them. So this is some bees that I collected. From a house, from a house in Sea Ranch. And out there queenless. Ordered a queen. And inspected them like the day before the queen was supposed to come. And they had a big old fat queen in there. So that was a little bit of a surprise. But they're happy. Generally, queenless hives are pretty aggressive, which I have one up on Sea Ranch. And I opened it up. They're noticeably way more aggressive. Make sure we don't have the queen on there. Refill their nectar. I'm feeding them just because we're in a dearth. The more food you can give them, the better. More excess carbohydrates after they eat and feed brood is when they build wax. They can produce more wax. And they're starting to build. I can see it on there. That's great. I just went and bought 25 pounds of sugar just to make some syrup. And making that wonky comb. There's no eggs. I'll take that off. You can keep them from building this if it's waxed, and I actually waxed all this comb really well. But you don't want it because it can screw up the rest of your frames. So I'm about to make them mad. We'll do. And we'll smoke the ladies down. Sorry girls, but I'll take it. Just pop this off and leave it for them here on the table. That way they can clean up, or whoever's going to clean up can clean up what's in there. So all their work wasn't a loss. And we'll give them a fresh, that's okay. They can build off that. Just when it pulls away from the frame. They'll be just fine. It's part of hive management. This is an original frame that I took out of their brood from the rescue. It looks actually, they built it out great. That's a solid frame of bees and some capped honey. Well, that'd be sugar water. Look at that. That's amazing. And I'm happy with that. How the comb is built out. Solid frame of brood. The bees will grow quick. They're workers, man. This, I believe, is another. This one. Yeah, I have wonky comb, but I have brood in there. And so I'll wait for the brood to hatch. Just because I want those eggs to hatch. And it's okay, it's not too bad. You know, I can deal with it. It's healthy. Queen's laying nice. I think it's like 4 frames off of this. This is a house in Sea Ranch. Brood, screwed up comb, as you see. But lots of brood in there. I just don't want to take it away. Yeah, she's a healthy girl. Where is she? Where you at, mama? Some weird shit there. Okay. These bees are actually pretty calm. Not too aggressive. They weren't aggressive when I got them out of the house either. I mean, tearing into their home, they're aggressive as they're going to be, but That's solid. Great laying pattern. Good brood, good pollen. Look at that. It's insane. Doing great. Healthy bees. We like healthy bees. When I can put a second box, I'll think about taking that weird comb out. Another one. Drone comb. The bigger cells are drone comb. These are a little bit concerning, but they got regular eggs in them. Hopefully, you know, do what they do. Okay, we're almost done with your guys' inspection. Okay. Then drawn frame. Drawn on one side. Looks like good drawn comb, which is great. Nice to see. That's what I want. Alright, we're gonna put these girls back together. Nice and calm. Give them a little smoke, get them down. Smoke is for their safety, really. Makes them a lot easier to work with. Nice and slow. All back to where they were. Yes, I know. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames, maybe close to 6 frames of bees. It's pretty good. Deal here. Get my girls all pissed. Kind of hot, but that's when you gotta do it. Squish together. Let's go. Yeah, I know. You're gonna get all pissy at me. Okay, I need you guys out of there. Come on, get out of there, girls. I guess I'll spill a little bit of syrup in here, but they will happily clean it up. Completely. So that's a gallon in a week that they're consuming. Should have brought pollen patties too. Huh? They're probably fine. Okay, come down. Inspection's done with this one. Top board back on. No! Sorry! Alright, you guys can hang out until I get things back on. Nice view of the sky. So, I'm happy with those. What are you guys? This hive's doing nice. You're strong. So, let's get you. Hello, I'm back. Let's go over here. think you're good. All right, here we go. All right, second. This one is out of the same area as house. For some reason, bees love the electrical boxes in the Sea Ranch houses. It's pretty interesting, actually. There's enough gap around and around the covers. It makes it perfect for them to come in. Sets it up just like a box, a hive. But they love it. Like I said, this one here, we had like 12 layers of comb. Good queen, little queen. Okay. You know, the real beekeepers, they they don't wear gloves, but I found that bees like to sting me more, so I just do all the precautionary stuff because I don't like getting stung at all. This is pollen patty that I stuck in here. It's a protein pollen mix for the bees. Queen needs the pollen, so it's best when I'm feeding and get new bees, find new bees or rescue that feed them pollen patties. That way queen can stay healthy and laying. This was a smaller swarm. This I think was maybe 3 frames when I started. Looks like we're probably at maybe a little over 3 frames. They're growing my 4 frames. Not much, but they're growing. Just want to make sure queen. This wonky comb crap. These black foundations, kind of like weird. I don't know. Well, I found that I don't like the black foundations so much. That was all full of brood. Oh, it all has eggs and larvae, which is great. I wonder if our queen's on here. Could be. She's just laid. There's nectar, which is most likely just sugar water. That's good. Good there. Ooh, I see a big old frame of brood. That's what I like to see. Let's go. Let's go. It's only my 2nd year. Learning how to rescue them, breed them. That's beautiful. All those eggs there. That's what you want. That's what you want to see. Fresh. Clean. A bunch of wonky comb, which I hate. I'm just waiting for the brood to all hatch on that, and I'm taking it off. Which I might be close. It's getting there. I hate wonky comb. All that looks like honey is actually sugar water. I mean, there could be a little bit of natural honey in there, but take these ends off, I think. Most likely it's just sugar water. It goes through the same process, so it's going to kind of have a similar taste and a similar makeup, but it's sugar. There's definitely a difference. So full of wonky comb. I hate wonky comb. Problem is if one side has it, the adjacent side will probably get it as well. All has eggs too. I'm gonna take the eggs. It's all nectar and pollen. See, it's all nectar and pollen in there. I also see a lot of eggs too. I don't want to kill too many eggs because they're an up and coming. There's a point where you just gotta kind of get it done. Throw out all this honeycomb. Scrape it. Put it next to their hive. They can have the they'll get the resources back. I'm not worried about that. But I just do not like wonky comb. That is not a fun. I'll actually just smear it on there. Get all that back. Take it, girls. I said I was gonna do this, but it's pissing me off. So I don't like it. They'll figure it out sooner or later. Keep tearing it down. These girls are really they don't have too bad of a temperament either, which is great until they do, because that does happen too. That is a thing. So this is an example. Wonky comb on one frame, but perfectly good comb on the whole frame except where this stuff is. And that's basically to fill the hole where the wonky comb is. So I'll just take all this stuff off. A couple spots. I'll clean all that up. Make it right. Alright, man, look at that. It's a good frame of pollen. Unbuilt here. And then we have 2 more frames that are unbuilt. And we got some hungry girls. Yeah, so we'll push them all back together where they were. Come on, there you go. Move slow. They'll get out of your way pretty easily. I want to get them down. You kill bees, it happens. Just want to try not to do too much. Is the goal. Put the pollen back over the brood nest. Get them out. Get them out of there. One out of there so we don't drown too many. Get these girls fed. They run to it as soon as they smell it. Oh, they didn't even drink the whole thing. Crazy. That shows their population. Fill that guy right up. Get these few dead bees out. Don't want those in there. That's the bad thing about these feeders. I mean, they're the best. And I mean, a couple bees do drown, but overall, I need something I can get these guys out with. The overall amount of bees that die is nothing, really, compared to what's hatched. I'm gonna figure a tool out for that. Alright, you guys are good. I'll get you down. Come on. I'll move you. Back together and leave you alone. Skedaddle. Let's go. Ah. Alright, those girls are good. Move on to the last one. This was one that it's my first rescue, I believe. Wasn't too bad. They were not too aggressive. It was interesting. I couldn't find the queen forever for like the first month, and so I thought there was no queen. So I had plans either this one. No queen. This was a pretty small colony when I rescued them. More patty. Definitely needs syrup. Still pretty small, but I think they're getting there. Right now, it's just time. Right now, we're not so much focused on honey. We're focusing on growing bees, which was all my focus last year. And any of these new colonies won't produce until next year, if they stick around for the winter. Who knows? Started with 2 colonies last year. One absconded. Some nice laying. Nice young queen in this one. If I can find her, I'll show you. It's beautiful. I watched her hatch actually. They were throwing a bunch of queen cells, and I didn't want them to swarm out on me, so I started killing them, and I focused on one, kill a bunch, picked mine. There's 2 left. Flipped the frame back over, and there's one that emerged. And I was like, oh well, there's my queen. It still could take up to a couple weeks for her to start laying because she's obviously a virgin queen. She has to go mate, and come back, and it takes a minute for the eggs to mature inside of her body. Woo, this is a heavy one. Wow. Look at that frame. Pollen, brood, honey, capped. That's a nice frame. It's heavy too. Same on this side. I don't know how well you guys can see it. This is nice. This will be, I bet, a good producing colony next year. She's laying good. If I do a split, I'll definitely split these guys. I like what I'm seeing already. Great progress. This one's heavy too. Second frame. Super heavy, just as heavy as the first one. That's great. I'm happy. Finally. Wow. It's all that pollen they're bringing in. That's all for the queen. Eggs, a little bit of drone, not too much. Other side. Nice sealed brood. Kind of all generations of larvae and eggs. It's great. Nice. I'm happy to see that. This is a nice, healthy colony. They're really gentle. Good comb building. Good consistent comb building. Didn't see the queen, but I'm not worried about that. I saw everything I needed to see. They're 4 frames now. I think they were like 2.5 to 3 frames when I first got them, rescued them. So I could probably get them to a second deep by winter time, or they'll build fast in the spring. I started feeding nectar in February this year, and this hive here, my older hive, blew up. It was great to see. It's exactly what I wanted. Get these guys topped off with nectar. Beautiful. I wonder if I could pop these out. Oh, that's great. I can. Oh. I just started using internal feeders. I did not know you could do that. Well, that's great. Now I do. That is awesome. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Get out of there, girls. Get out. You're trapped. Come on. All right. Beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted. All right. I like what I saw in this colony. They're doing super good. I'm super happy with these guys. Seal them back up. Well, this was my first unofficial video. Finally got a stand, so yeah, there's that. Probably won't come up here for the rest of the a couple days because they get aggressive. Want to chase me around. Let's catch your hive. I think they absconded on me. They gone. Huh. What a trip. Alright, well, this guy can go. Go back to catching swarms. I might just keep it in here in case someone decides to swarm. That won't be a bad idea. Just do that. Thinking about just leaving my suit on and going and getting my weed eater. It's hot. It's freaking hot. All right, signing off. Till next time.